Michael Waltrip, Chris Myers, 28 laps to go from Talladega Super Speedway. And we have a wreck. We've only had 4 cautions so far today. We have not had the big one yet.
And we got lucky there because crashed right out of the middle of the pack was Ryan Blaney. Blaney into the outside wall. You see tremendous damage there to the 21 car.
It brings out the 5th caution. Ryan Blaney, one of the young drivers battling this race.
And you can tell, Chris, earlier we saw burst of bumps turn guys sideways. We saw it from teammates early. You can see Blaney on top of the schedule there, on the top of the track. The green car is a lap car. He squeezes in between, tries to squeeze in between the lap car and not making the pass. He got hit by the 17 when he was trying to squeeze in between Keselowski and the 23 car of Gray Gaulding.
Gray Gaulding, the youngest driver in the field at age 19, and talking about the 17 car. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the pole sitter, who led his first laps of the season earlier today.
Watch Blaney change lanes up ahead. He got clipped by Keselowski. They made contact and then into the outside wall. So the hole closed up on him because of that slow car. Gaulding had just left pit road, and watch the 17. Just the same time as the 2 cut up the track, the 17 into the back of Blaney. It was just a chain reaction event there, Chris.
So our 5th caution now, and multiple cars involved, and that's something we really hadn't seen, although it's always on the mind of the driver here, and they've all talked about it.
A crash on the back straightaway.
Ryan Newman has brought out the caution with 3 to go.
Boy, the whole left side of that car is torn up. I love trends.
3 laps to go. 12th place Ryan Newman getting torn up in the race that will not end. Kevin Harvick gets the free pass as they idle across the line, and we will go to overtime. From the Goodyear aerial coverage, watch, there's the 31 of Ryan Newman.
Little contact between the 14 of Boyer and the 37 of Busher.
Going.
More contact.
Yeah.
No, that's sent. Wow, Junior just barely went by.
Junior missed another one.
But yeah, a little contact between Boyer and Busher, and that sent Busher up into the left rear of the 31.
Whoa, man, look how close that was.
Woo! Wonder what sent Boyer up the track. Did he get a tap from Keselowski?
That's what I was wondering as well.
No run. Front end.
Oh, he went there.
Come on, clear. 1 2 outside, 2 outside, 2 outside, 2 outside. You're clear up. Caution's out.
I think Junior was thinking about going 3 wide right there to make something happen, and then they all started checking up.
He's got cat-like reflexes today, man.
At lap 9, dropped back to 30th, drove to 14th, now he's 28th, and here we go. Trouble on the track. 5 laps to go, stage 1, and the big one heading to turn 3 at Talladega. '21 of Daniel Hemrick. 24 of Scott Lagasse. Saw the 48 of Brennan Poole. A lot of damaged race cars.
Well, we've seen it. You can only dodge that bullet so many times. There's been a number of cars that have just been real edgy with the bump drafting, and you know, it's like everybody tries to feel their way back into it, and here we sit with several cars torn up.
What happened?
That's what I'm wondering, how this got triggered. I think we understand it. It was a bump draft that went wrong. See if we can catch a peek at where it starts.
Taped up car middle of the screen is Brennan Poole.
Yeah, and it looked like Brennan just came up to try to get to side draft, and a lot of times what happens is the guy in the middle comes up to side draft, the guy on the top comes down to side draft, and next thing you know, they make a little bit of contact, and there they go.
42's Tyler Reddick, a rookie, spinning on the apron.
Daniel Suarez involved.
See Brandon Jones there, the red and white 33 with damage on the front end. Looked like the 42 of Reddick was able to stay off the wall, didn't have any heavy contact.
That was strange looking. I don't.
Well, it looks like the 48 came up in that car that was just on his right rear, and it kind of just barely turned him to to turn up into the middle of traffic. It's hard to tell right there.
I thought Hemrick was going to save that thing. Got shot back across the track into the outside wall. Heavy damage. He is likely done.
Looked like he tried to squeeze in a pretty tight hole there, Mike.
Yeah. It's just so inviting. You got that big run. You don't want to give up the run. You try to get in a place that you probably should.
End of stage 1, and the caution is out for the second time at Talladega.
It was a bit edgy, but as soon as he could get some clean air on that car, he said, I think we're going to have a fast race car. His spotter, Eddie DeHunt, just told him it's time to be greedy.
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes.
There we go. Here we go.
Oh, upside
Upside
on
down.
his side.
Well, AJ, that was a humdinger.
Yes, it was, and that's there he is upside down, and I hope he's all right. I see him moving around in there. I don't think there's any issue with him.
Yeah, you just can't push on the left side of that rear bumper.
Well, you just can't keep pushing. He got into the 24 and just kept on pushing. But Mike, I'm telling you, I started my first race here in 1972. This was what I worried about. 1972, 45 years ago, and here we are. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
AJ tried to put the window net down to signal to the safety crews he's okay, but with the car upside down, it won't go down.
Wow, the three cars got a lot of.
Austin Dillon, Michael McDowell.
He hit one of those cars that was upside down. I don't remember if it was Chase Elliott.
Danica sitting there, her car is
Allmendinger.
torn up. I don't know how many cars are in this thing. Probably 15 of them. I was just
You just saw it coming, didn't you?
Oh, yeah,
You saw Allmendinger get that big run, gets to the rear bumper of the 24 car.
They've told A.J. Allmendinger to stay strapped in the car. Apparently he's okay because they are going to roll the car over before he's allowed to get out. We do have a camera inside the car, but the antenna is on the roof, and that's gone. So no signal from there.
They do, and this is something these guys have practiced. These safety crews have practiced. They have a system that they hook the car up to. They don't want to just flop the car over with the driver inside of it. They will pick the car up and roll it over gently.
The field has been stopped down in turn number 1. Michael McDowell climbs out. He's okay. His car obviously is not.
That's not much of a field. That's kind of half of a field.
Austin Dillon is okay. See Danica Patrick's car stopped there with more damage.
Yesterday we saw 2 red flags.
Yep.
Today we're going to see another. That's become one of the more popular flags at this place.
And the line that separates victory from calamity at Talladega is so fine. And the amount of a push that either results in a pass or results in panic is just so minuscule.
Yeah, especially when you're in that section of the corner where the banking starts to flatten out. The cars get pretty light in the back there, so if you're going to be pushing, you've got to sort of back off them, or you got to get to the right side of that rear bumper if you're going to push in that area.
Now Trevor Bayne drives away. He can't go anywhere because of the red flag, but he's eligible to return to the pits, and once he gets onto pit road, they'll have 5 minutes to make repairs. And here's Allmendinger's car getting up on its side, and they'll put it back on his wheels before he unstraps and climbs out. Jeff, they say that when these cars are at speed in the banking at this speed, you could reach out with your finger and push on the corner of the car and spin it around.
It's pretty easy. I will say it might not be that easy, but it's pretty easy. I mean, you know, when you have a 3,400-pound car pushing you, it doesn't take much. But there's also just not a lot of aerodynamic downforce in the cars here. The cars aren't set up for that with the springs and shocks. Also, in that section of the corner, once you get out of the banking holds the car, and it has a lot of grip in the banking. But once you get to the straightaway, it loses all of that.
Randall Burnett, AJ's crew chief, looking at the monitor as Allmendinger has climbed out of his car and walks to the ambulance without assistance. He is okay. So now we'll show you replays of what happened between he and Chase Elliott in the 24.
Yeah, you just see AJ, he gets up against the 24 here. He's pushing him, and he just gets over to the left-hand side here, and you can't push over there.
Even got him himself. He was, it was not something that was intentional. He was just trying to push and help, but it actually even got AJ Allmendinger turned around as also.
Wow, look at
big
Danica.
impact by Danica into that inside wall.
Heck of a lick.
Didn't that happen to her at Daytona, where she got into the inside wall and hit hard where a wall jutted out like that?
Now, see, I think Chase Elliott was he already had his hands full prior to that. He was trying to get it gathered up, and then AJ came off his rear bumper and then made contact with him again. Also, Logano went for a heck of a ride there, a couple big impacts.
Keselowski's up in there.
Minor damage for Kevin Harvick. And here is the initial contact. You see Chase's car yawed out just a tiny bit in the corner.
And they got him loose.
All it takes.
That's the one. He was going to save it until that last little bump.
I was just going to say, AJ, just be a little patient here. We got a little ways to go yet, and you got a pretty good car. Wow.
In a moment.
This is amazing footage, folks.
Incredible camera work.
And just remember, there's a driver in every one of those cars. Watch it.
Well, that's a long, slow roll for Allmendinger. And look, both those cars end up pretty much together, along with the mess that was Logano's car and Michael McDowell's. Harvick had damage in that. So did Trevor Bayne, Eric Jones, Matt Kenseth, all involved.
And as a driver, I've been upside down at Daytona one time and slid on my roof just like that, with sparks flying. And I was just hoping at the last second it was going to roll back over so I could get out. But AJ's didn't do that. He was stuck upside down. Not a comforting feeling. That oil tank is right behind you. It's very possible for oil to start leaking out. You want to get out of there as fast as you can.
Looks like there were only about a dozen cars who had a chance to evade to the inside and not get any damage in this.
I'm watching that green 2 car. I don't know if he's just kind of following this through here. Not sure if he got any damage or not.
Yeah, I think I saw him stop a little bit too soon, as if he made contact.
It may have hit the outside wall with the right side of the car.
Let's ride with Danica Patrick.
Check it, back it down, stay low, low. Inside. 32 never stopped.
Boy, that was a lick. Man.
She's still driving it, even after that second impact.
With Dale Jr.
One outside, 77's outside. Keep coming low. Come on.
Wow.
Caution's out.
Oh my gosh.
88 John's gonna have to easy. Keep digging easy. Shit, hold your brake. Hold your brake, buddy. Stay high.
And let's show you this in real time. Wow. Talladega, world's fastest junkyard.
Man.
And what caused that 24 to get up in the air, it's not just air getting under the car. Somebody made contact and an impact on the right side. When that did that, it lifted that left side up. I think it was the 22 of Logano, and then the air got underneath the car and got him up in the air.
Look at the tire marks, and you see I believe that's our Fox camera under the caution light there. Here are the drivers who had at least some damage from this lap 169 crash. We are under the red flag, so no work can be done until the yellow waves again. Now there's the front of Harvick's car. You see the left front did get some damage.
Yeah, Keselowski. Yeah, sure did.
Keselowski, rather.
Yeah. Mike, here in 2003, we had a 23-car pileup, 27-car pileup. In 2012, we had a 25-car pileup. And I'm not sure how many are involved in this one just yet.
16 cars on that list. Let's check down at the Hollywood Hotel for a race recap.
The bottom, if he's clear. He's not. He's clear, so watch him.
One lap to go. Stage 2.
Here comes the 3. There's 3 wide behind him. Back to the bottom here.
There goes Ryan Reed.
They're wrecking back there. Back to the bottom.
Martin involved. Oh! Chris Cockrum, Cole Custer. Fourth caution of the day. And it comes out as we cross the start-finish line with 1 lap to go in stage number 2, and it's been his story all year. Cole Custer, wrong place, wrong time, damage, and likely done.
Looks like Reed was able to drive away with a lot of damage on his 16 car. Pole sitter Blake Cook with issues.
Get it back here. We can get it going if you can get it back here by looking at the TV.
Brendan gone.
He was part of the initial crash.
He was going for 4th. There you see Scott Lagasse, heavy damage. Gone, who has only 1 top 10 season. It came at Daytona when he was 5th. There's Chris Cockrum. Window net is down. Good for him in the 25, making his 3rd start of the year. Here's what happened.
Like a bump draft going wrong. Eric Almirola was behind the 16 car. You can see Chris Cockrum nearly sneaking through there. Was there contact?
Man, it sure looked like he got loose, Michael. It looked like he went down and came back up. Hard to tell.
So close. Wow, that almost looks like he just went up to maybe.
Looked like he was going down and coming back up, and if it was contact, it was slight.
One down on the bottom right here. One to go. Nothing else coming here.
Crosses over in front of Logano.
2 of those last lap passes, Adam, have been made by Elliott Sadler. Oh, they're crashing.
There goes Darrell Wallace Jr. Hits the wall hard. If the caution comes out, we'd freeze the field, but no caution yet. We'll see if they let him race back. Today at Talladega, 3rd win of his Xfinity Series career.
See, Bubba just hooks in with another car, the black car. Causes him to hit the inside wall, and then Ryan Sieg went spinning down into turn 3 as well.